At a rally in the swing state of Wisconsin on Friday night, Kamala Harris campaigned alongside rapper Cardi B.
Let's talk about health care.
The Democratic Party presidential candidate accused Donald Trump of being a threat to the labor movement, claiming his track record was a disaster for working people. She promised to invest in the manufacturing communities and upgrade existing factories. On the U.S. economy, Ms. Harris said bringing down the cost of living is a priority. She added that just as her days as prosecutor and former Attorney General of California, she worked with predators, criminals, and drug traffickers. She urged the Gen Z voters to live free from gun violence and take on the climate change crisis.
Access to health care should be a right and not just a privilege to those who can afford it. So there's still a lot of work to do, but each day I think that there are also indications that we are receiving from my opponent that verify, validate, and reinforce the fact that, one, he is not going to be fighting for women's reproductive rights. He does not prioritize the freedom of women and the intelligence of women to make decisions about their own lives and bodies. And health care for all Americans is on the line in this election as well.
On the flip side, the Republican Party candidate Donald Trump held his Wisconsin rally in the city of Milwaukee, at the same venue where he earned the Republican Party nomination over the summer. Mr. Trump repeated his plan to impose tariffs, describing it as the most beautiful word in the dictionary. And on climate change, the Republican Party candidate said he would end the Green New Deal, set on non-binding proposals aimed at tackling the situation. According to him, the American people are suffering as a result of climate change. He described the economic policy of the Biden administration as Kamala Harris's inflation nightmare, which has cost American families thousands of dollars.
Are you better off now than you were 4 years ago? So I've come today with a message of hope for all Americans with your beautiful vote. Oh, we don't want your money. I don't want your money. I want your damn vote. Okay? We want that vote. I will end inflation. I will stop the criminal invasion of our country, the biggest problem we have right now. And I will bring back the American dream.
And for more on the U.S. upcoming presidential election, the publisher of the New Americans magazine, DEAW, joins me from Columbus, Ohio, in the U.S. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yes, let's talk about Donald Trump's challenge to win over female voters, which I think is generating conversations as his uncertainty about how to appeal to women is becoming slightly evident even in the final days of his campaign. Now, this has led to the public disagreement with some of his staff who, of course, are already advising him to drop his repeated promise to be women's protector. And that's because they believe it's inappropriate. Now, what are your thoughts on this?
Well, at this time, no matter what Trump says, people are already voting. The early voting, is showing that it's showing where it's tilting towards probably the Vice President Kamala Harris, women, and that is why he's now addressing that issue. However, what matters right now is to appeal to undecided voters, those who are yet to vote and are waiting for November 5th to vote. So those are the ones that really matter, no matter what he says about women or what he wants to do to protect or not to protect women. What matters is addressing the undecided voters at this time and in 7 states, because these are the states that will decide. Other states, they've made their mind, they've made up their mind. Everybody knows where they vote. Everybody knows where they stand. And so all he should be doing, or the Vice President Kamala Harris should be doing, is to address the people that are yet to vote in the 7 states that we call swing states.
Now, issues like the Israel-Hamas war, the war in Ukraine, gun violence, immigration, and the U.S. aborting laws stand among issues that will determine who gets into the Oval Office in 2025. Now, with the turnout of events in the last 1 week, what are your expectations?
Yeah, it matters too, because a lot of people, they are influenced by things that are happening all over the world, especially in the Middle East. Yesterday, in Columbus, Ohio, here, we have something that is called the African Debate Series. And so you have, debaters that we are debating on, what we have to benefit from the 2 political parties. And this came up, the issue in Middle East. And so you could see where people belong to. And so it matters a lot. You have some side, supporting the position of the U.S. at this time. And you have some side, hoping that things could change, And so it's very important. And like I said, the contestants, they need to address this in the swing states. And one of the states that is very, very key to this is Michigan, and Michigan has 15 electoral votes, which is very important, which is very key. And so it's a battleground state that a lot of money is being poured in terms of advertisement and also in terms of appealing to voters there based on what is happening in the Middle East.
All right, thanks indeed for your time with us. And I've been speaking with the publisher of the New Americans magazine, DEAW, who, of course, joined us live from Columbus, Ohio, in the U.S. Thanks indeed for your time with us.
Thank you very much.
Medical sources claim at least 25 Palestinians have been killed and several others wounded in Israeli attacks targeting northern and central Gaza. They say several others were also wounded when Israeli forces shelled the